So let it begin right here, right now. Earth Revolution. Earth Revolution. I am your host, Susan Chan, and we are the home of the green scene in Nashville, Tennessee. With me tonight are two very, very special guests. I have Tim Phelps. Hey, Tim, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And John Fenderson. Welcome, John. Both Tim and John work for the Tennessee Department of Agriculture Forestry Division. And we are going to talk just briefly about what the Forestry Division does, what some of the programs you have are, what is of interest to people who might want to find out more, you know, landowners and such. So,
sure.
Tim, let's start with you, and just, if you would, give me the overview of what you concentrate on in the Forestry Division.
Sure. Yeah, I think most people, if we've done a good job, if most people understand that we help landowners manage their land for either aesthetics, wildlife, or probably timber products, vast majority or vast array of management ideas, and also help put out wildland fires. Those are two of our key things. But we also do several other things. We manage 166,000 acres of the state of Tennessee and the state forest system. Okay. We have a very active reforestation program. We have a state nursery out in East Tennessee. We produce around 5 million trees per year. Wow. To help plant around the state, either areas that have not been in forest for some period of time or that just need a little bit of extra trees in a rehabilitating forest. Okay. We do stuff with data and technology. John and I are in part of public outreach, getting this information out to individuals, what it is we do and why we do it and how we do it. Wow.
Okay, and John, I know that's a big focus for you, kind of the public outreach and educating people about what you do. What does a day look like for you? What does it consist of in terms of different things that you do?
Well, not every day is the same, and that's what I like about what I do. In particular, I help landowners in West Tennessee, as an example. Help communicate messages of how to generate income, extra income, to keep their land in forested land condition.
Okay.
We started a landowner group to disseminate this information, and it actually has the effect of basically setting up the group and letting them decide what it is that they want to learn about, and we just facilitate the information for them.
Okay.
As another example, I work with a lot of environmental organizations, nonprofit groups. Yep. Anything from strategic planning to just getting involved and having a presence at the table. And
like Land Trust for Tennessee, groups like that?
Exactly. Having a presence and joining the conversation, so that people on the periphery who don't necessarily understand what the Division of Forestry is about, we're a stakeholder in all that, in all those decisions that are made about the natural resources in the state, particularly forests. And we need to be at the table. You need to be able to bring your perspective and your expertise, your background, absolutely. Both of you. So let's talk a little bit about, advising. Give me some examples of situations where you've been able to advise in a way that was helpful to preserving land, with landowner groups and other things. Well, one of our key businesses is urban forestry. Okay. And a lot of people don't think about forestry in the city, but in fact, the urban tree canopy is a significant entity, and it helps keep temperatures down, helps alleviate energy costs for your home. It helps control stormwater pollution or flow. Several benefits that urban forests provide. What we do is help communities essentially form a body, a tree board, to give them a voice in helping legislatures decide what to do about certain situations. So we might go in and help a tree board get formed. We would help them management of governance style, and just basically provide them with information that they can take to show the benefits of trees to a governing body. And this helps decision makers in planning and a number of things that all contribute to the well-being and the quality of life in that particular local area.
Well, let me ask you this. I know that you guys are working at a state level, but I would imagine that a lot of these conversations take place on more local levels in terms of counties or even you know, smaller cities like Nashville. Now, recently, of course, we had the sewer and stormwater infrastructure bill going through Metro Council here in Nashville. Were you guys able to act in the conversation of that bill concerning urban tree canopy, as you're talking about now? And because I know part of that bill consisted of creating those urban tree landscapes and stuff and preserving those for absorption of water and a number of other things.
Right. Now, I don't think we were directly involved, but you know, we do have programs to help municipalities out in terms of planting trees. We have the TAPE program, the Tennessee Ag Enhancement Program, which provides money again, to form those tree boards within a community, and also once those get established, or other nonprofits that have an interest in planting trees within an urban environment on public land, we can provide money to buy those bald and burlap trees and get them planted. Again, the idea is to promote the benefits of trees in an urban environment and to provide a voice that has benefit to the overall community. Okay.
And the money that you're able to provide, does that come in the form of a grant that someone would apply for? Does it have to be a 501c3, a nonprofit?
Not necessarily.
In order to obtain that money?
But there's a substantial grant mechanism that's based on money that comes through the U.S. Forest system, U.S. Forest Service arm of things. And that allows us to address specific needs based on what you apply for in a specific grant. And these can be, you can focus in on a specific problem and address that, and that's how we influence it without being part of the actual mechanism that makes change on the ground. We influence it through the grant system.
And you make those decisions based on a larger picture.
Right, exactly.
You need to see the whole.
Sure.
How is that going to benefit the state and the forests here, and if in fact it is. Okay, there's so much stuff we could talk about, and we're already low on time. So I'm going to hold up this card, and I would like for our viewers to know how you can find out more about the Tennessee Forestry Division. And since we do not have our character generator tonight, it is tennessee.gov/agriculture/forestry, and much of what we're talking about here, that information can be found on their website, and you can go on there and possibly contact them by phone as well. And so I'm just going to say, once again, you've been watching Earth Revolution. I'm your host, Susan Shan. We thank you for being with us. And Tim, a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
John, a pleasure.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys come back, and we'll see you again soon.
Love to.
Till next time, peace, love, and recycling. We'll see you again.